Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Derrick here with another video. Today we're going to learn about how to use the Focus app. So there is an actual forum on the focusst.org webpage, and you can check that out here. Here's a written tutorial on how to actually do this. So the first thing that you'll need is the Focus app, and I'll put a link in the description on how to download that. So once you download the app, you need to unzip it and you'll get these files and place them on your computer. We'll go into the Focus folder and then open the focus.exe. So I've only seen this work on a Windows PC, so you'll need to make sure that you have a Windows PC as well as the ELM327 port. So you'll need to connect that to your OBD2 port and connect that back to your Windows PC. So we're going to start by clicking on the focus.exe. We're going to click on Run. Then really depending on what port your USB is plugged in, it'll either be COM3 or COM4. You'll need to test out both of them if one does not work. So it looks like we got an error message for COM3, so now we're going to try COM4. So it'll bring up all of the settings that you can possibly change on the actual BCM.
Here's one here, 184, so global open and close. What you would want to set this as is actually, you want to do either global open / close, Bmax, or you want to do global open / close doors and sunroof. So what this actually means is that if you hit on your key fob the unlock button and you hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds, it'll actually row down all 4 of your windows. I haven't seen this work with the actual moonroof or sunroof, but this does work with the windows. And then in addition to that, it's basically if you want to air your car out. Additionally to that, you can also hold the lock button for 3 to 5 seconds and that'll roll the windows up, which is really cool, I think. So shift indication, I believe, is one also. So this is something that annoys a lot of people. It's that little button in the dash that you see when it wants to be sort of eco-friendly. It tells you to shift up or shift down. If you change this to without shift indication, this will actually turn that off and you won't ever see that again. This is actually something that I currently use. What I have it set to currently is alternative HID for number 14. So you need to do this and then write that to the BCM here. Okay, so what I'm going to actually do is load the BCM or read the BCM. So this will essentially read what my current body control module reads. So we'll do that right now. And your car may flicker a little bit. This sometimes fails, which I'm not sure entirely why it does that. So here we go. We have here, this is basically loaded all my current settings for this. So what we're going to do is, since some of you want to change the alternate HIDs, or you want to do HIDs here, so what you have to do is basically change this. So I have it currently set to alternative HID. And what you want to do is, if you're switching, I believe halogen lights with adjuster is what it is set as. So what you're going to want to do is actually change this to alternative HID, like I said. So what I'm going to do is actually just test this out with halogen lights with adjuster, and I'm going to switch it back. So I've done this a couple of times, and the thing that's worked best for me is actually saving to a file first. And this saves it as an XML document, and you want to label specifically what you change. So when I go into here, I have a bunch of different adjustments here. So what I would do is I would do something like custom, and the date today is 7/19/2017, test 1, and then save that. So for this, what I saved was the halogen lights with adjusters. So essentially what I want to do now is I want to load from a file and do custom. And this will essentially load what I currently just had. So for example, I have other files here with alternative HID up and down fog lights windows. So what I can do also is load from this file, and then this will show me here the alternative HID and blah, 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 blah. So then if I load from that file that I just made here, the custom 719-2017, this will change this to the halogen lights with adjuster. So what you want to do from here is actually write to BCM. So I've had this error out on me a couple of times, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to write to the BCM, and it's going to do that. The lights may flicker on and off, which it's currently doing right now. Sometimes it errors out, sometimes it writes all the way through. If it errors out, you just want to redo it again. So right now I just reset that to halogen lights with adjuster. So basically if I start off my car right now, it should give me an error, low beam bulb fault. The car is detecting less wattage than it's supposed to from the headlights. So what happens when you change it to alternative HID is that the BCM or the ECU, whatever you want to call it, is telling you that you essentially can accept any type. So what I'm going to do is switch that back and then write back to the BCM. I'll save that. And this is essentially me reverting back. So I'm just going to say this is reverting back to settings. And then I'll put the date again, 2017. Save it. And then I'll write this back to the BCM. And then this will go through the progress bar, lights will flicker again. Like I said, this is the first time that I've actually done this, and it's not errored out once. Maybe we'll get lucky and it won't error out again. So see, this will error out. If it doesn't go all the way through once, then it'll error out. See, error during loading VBF. So don't worry about that. That's not a big deal. You're not going to go, like, your car's not going to blow up or anything. So what we're going to do again is we're going to load from a file, and we're going to be loading from the reverting back. You got to make sure that alternative HID is good. So then you want to write to the BCM. And like I said, this may take 1 or 2 tries. And if this doesn't work, you can close this and reopen it, and then try to load it again.
And that's all she wrote.
So let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, I've done this 3 or 4 times, and I've done it with a few cars, and it works perfectly fine. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and feel free to give it a thumbs down if you do not. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.